Hey friends, so it is 10:58 p.m. 10:58 p.m. and I wanted to film this haul tonight. Hung out with friends today, hit the bookstore. I got a dozen new books to show you. Now I'll be honest, this is the most books I've bought in years over these last few months. And I'm super excited about it. But you won't see a lot of book hauls very frequently. This just so happens to be when I wanted to revive this channel. We also have a mic, so working on the audio and things like that. We're growing. What else was I gonna say before we get into it? Got some Moscato. We're doing great. We're doing great. So let's get into these books. I also have a bonus. Talk about. I want to review what I have read and show you what's up next in the rotation of books. So I think that's a good check-in type of thing. Let's get into it. All of these books were total less than $60. Again, my local bookstore, local used bookstore. Very excited. Yeah, so it's a lot of psych thriller. It's all psych thriller except one. Let's get into it. I trying to try romance. Trying to try romance. I think most of the romance I'm gonna probably have on my Kindle. Just pop up, find them or whatever. But I have been staring at this book, this one romance book, for a long time. The Love Hypothesis. I am a science nerd. I worked in a lab. I was a scientist for a while. And I was like, okay. They're like, it says, when a fake relationship between scientists meet the irresistible force of attraction, it throws one woman's carefully calculated theories on love into chaos. I'm wearing the wrong glasses. These are my PC glasses. I need my reading glasses. But anyway, so the Love Hypothesis. This is the only romance that I got, and it'll be a cute read. It'll be a cute read, I guess. So I need to add these books to my TBR list, and I will do that tomorrow. You see that TBR list in my planner. So yeah. Okay. So all the rest of the books, we have some psych thrillers. I don't know much about them. I'll read the back of them. Let's sort by author. I go into like I said, the psych thriller section. Oh, I got like 4 of hers. Wow. 5 of hers. Okay. She's popular, I guess. She was popular for me today. All right, let's get into it. I got another shorter story, novella. This is a novella. This is by Holly Jackson. I have one of her other books, 1 or 2 of her other books. Where's my glasses? Okay. She wrote, hold on. Does it say it on here? 5 Survive is the one I have. But she also wrote A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, Good Girl, Bad Blood, and As Good as Dead. So this was on the whodunit murder mystery table. Yeah, 6 suspects, 3 hours, 1 murder. Pip is not in the mood for her friend's murder mystery party, especially one that involves 1920s fancy dress and pretending that their town is an island called Joy. But once the games begin, Pip finds herself drawn into the make-believe world of intrigue, deception, and murder. As Pip plays detective, teasing out the identity of the killer clue by clue, the murder of the fictional Reginald Remy isn't the only case on her mind. Welcome to the murder mystery party of the year. Fans of the hit series A Good Girl's Guide to Murder will love Pip's final detective case in this mystery novella from #1 New York Times best-selling author Holly Jackson. So this is going to be an easy read. I have a couple other short stories in my TBR that are coming up next. I'll show you at the end of the haul. So that's Killjoy by Holly Jackson. I swear I'm done buying books. I got a lot of reading to do. Who do I want to go? Okay, this. I read this and it was $4.90. $4.90. I was like, I'm going to give it a try. This says Dead Man's Grip. And so basically, this is by Peter James, author of Dead Like You. I don't know, never heard of him. But so this book, this young lady, she was in a fatal traffic accident. Yeah, she was in a hold on. She was in a fatal traffic accident that kills an American student from Brighton University. So then the two drivers of the other two vehicles involved have been found tortured and murdered, and they think she's next. So apparently the students had deadly connections, some organized crime going on, and they want everybody that was in that car accident dead. And poor Carly, let's see what she gonna do. Is she gonna go into hiding? Whatever. So let's see what happens to Carly. Okay. All right. Okay. I bought another Lisa Jewell because I heard great things about her, and I got another one. I gotta. Is she in next? She's not even next. She's not even next in what I'm reading, but that's okay. She'll be there. Oh, this one's kind of broken up. Okay. The book done fell apart, y'all. Done fell apart. That's all the pages, though. This was $4. This is called The Making of Us by Lisa Jewell. And this is kind of one of those series, three strangers that seem to not have any connections. There's an 18-year-old. There is this rich lady, and then there's like a single dad. Don't know each other, but something happens. They all receive a letter, and it's going to bring them together, and here we go. Here we go. I don't know what Lisa has to say, but we have that. I was living in the clearance section today because it wasn't really about shopping. I was spending time with my friend. We went to dinner, and then she's a reader. Actually, my friend who recommended Gone Girl. We're going to talk about that. And another book I'm reading. Shout out to you, Bailey, again, my friend. And we met up for dinner, her and her partner, and we then went to the bookstore. All right. Okay. And I heard good things about this. Why do I feel like this is a movie? But this was $3.95. This is The Night Swim by Megan Golden. And yeah, this is like it's a small town situation. A local Olympic swimmer. He's been accused of some not so nice things, and it's just a mystery. Did he really do it? There's some mysterious letters are coming. Someone's following the detective. Somebody drowns and they think they're murdered. It's a lot going on in here. But I feel like I saw, maybe it's a movie or a TV show. I feel like I saw this before. But this is called The Night Swim. So, yeah. I am trying to read realistically one book a week. I could do more than that, but like I said, I have other hobbies. If I read at least one book a week, I'm doing pretty good. All right, so this lady named Lisa Gardner, I got 5 books from her. Her section, again, the psych thriller section, really excited me. I wanted to get all of her books because they just really excited me reading them. But these are the ones I got. I got the clearance ones. This is called Catch Me, a detective. So she has this character called Detective Dee Dee Warren. So some of these books, yeah. So she has like a detective. Kind of like I used to read a lot of James Patterson, his Alex Cross series. That was another detective. And Alex Cross had like 10 kids. I remember. Dang, I need to open those back up and read some more of Alex Cross. I don't think I read all of them. I read probably like 10. There's a lot of him. So anyway. But anyway, this girl thinks she's going to die. So for the past few years, on the anniversary, January 21st, one of her friends have been murdered. Each of her friends have been murdered one by one, same day, same time. And she thinks she's next. Okay, so she's working with this detective, like the key detective of Lisa Gardner's series, Dee Dee Warren. It's a homicide detective. And she like, baby, you got to solve my murder. You got to solve my murder. I'm going to try to help you out. But some weird things going on. Some weird things is going on. Is the woman telling the truth? What's going on? Is the woman the murderer? I don't know. But we're going to see. That's the number one I got from Lisa Gardner. Next one from Lisa Gardner I got is Right Behind You. $3.75. Yeah, this one, I didn't read that much about it, so we'll read it together. 8 years ago, Charlamagne Nash's older brother beat their drunken father to death with a baseball bat in order to save both of their lives. Now 13 years old, Charla has finally moved on. About to be adopted by retired FBI profiler Pierce Quincy and his partner, Rainey Connor. Charlotte loves one thing best about her new family. They're all experts on monsters. Then the call comes in. A double murder at a local gas station, followed by reports of an armed suspect shooting his way through the wilds of Oregon. As Quincy and Rainey race to assist, they are forced to confront mounting evidence. The shooter may very well be Charlotte's older brother, and it appears his killing spree has only just begun. All she knows for sure is he's back. Okay. All right. So, okay. All right. Right behind you, baby. Right behind you. Right behind you, Lisa. This one is the Survivors Club. These women, these women, where am I? Help lead an investigation to catch the man who changed their lives forever. They're survivors, don't know what they're surviving from yet, but now they're prime suspects in his murder. So this man turned up dead. Okay. Excuse me. This one was $3.10. So I like a cheap book, and I gear toward, like, I will read things I never heard of from authors I never heard of, because some of my favorite books I found in the clearance bin. So never give up the clearance bin. Two more from Lisa Gardner. This is the one I heard of, The Perfect Husband. This is the one I heard of. Yeah. So The Perfect Husband, he turned out to be a killer, but then he escapes. That's all I'm gonna say. He was a husband, and then she has help from an ex-Marine. She's trying to protect her daughter. Her husband was a cop, and he wound up killing. He put him behind bars because he wound up killing, what did it say, 10 people, 10 women. Ooh, but now he's escaped. So we're gonna see about this. We're gonna see about The Perfect Husband. Okay, okay. But that's the one I heard of from her. And then the last one I found from her is Crash and Burn. And someone survives a car accident. This is Crash and Burn. Someone survives a car accident. I didn't really read this one either. Oh, okay. Nicole survived a car accident, but now she has a brain injury, and she's trying to figure out her missing child. But then, according to her husband, there is no child. Oh, I like stuff like that. I like stuff like that. Okay, I want to do that. Oh, okay. So that was the Lisa. What's her name? Lisa Gardner. So we have those. I can't wait to put them on my list tomorrow because I'm not doing it tonight. Let's take a sip. We got 2 more books left, and then I want to chat. All right. This is another, when I'm picking books, I talked about it in my last book haul a few weeks ago, where, like, how I choose one. Like, if I can't guess what this story could be about, I like to pick it up. Or if, like, another author that I know I like has put a review out, or like it's quoted on the book, I'm like, oh, okay. But another way is if they have a lot of books. Like, if they wrote, because, like, some of my books, I think, what was it? The Silent Patient, for example. When I read that one, that was the only book that he had written, if I'm not mistaken, or I couldn't find another one from him. There are 3 Women and 4 Men by Jaden Payne, I believe. I love that book, and I think that was the only one. So, like, I couldn't find many. But, like, if there's, like, a psych thriller that seems to be, like, has a lot of books, that seems to churn them out. I don't always read all of them, but, like, Frida McFadden, like, you're not waiting years for the next book. Like, I think I saw a new one in there. Like, whatever. But this woman, Sally Hepworth, never heard of her, but great. I read great reviews when I was in the store looking it up. And this was called The Mother-in-Law. So, yeah. Mother-in-law actually turns up dead, and there's a suicide note, but people are like, huh. It says she had a suicide note because she had cancer, and she just wanted to go out on her own terms, but the autopsy finds no cancer, but it does find poison and evidence of suffocation. Everyone apparently loved the mother-in-law except some people, so okay. Oh, Oh, wow. I just opened this up and there's bookmarks in it. Huh. Oh, look at that. All right, and this one, oh, this wasn't $5. This was $8.50. That was probably the most expensive book I bought today. And I'm lying. 2 of them. two of them were over $5 because this one was over $5. This is another book by Alex Michaelides. This is this gentleman who wrote The Silent Patient, one of my favorite books. And so this is called The Fury. Now, this one was interesting when I read the flap. So it says, this is a tale of murder, or maybe that's not quite true. At its heart, it's a love story, isn't it? Lana Farah is a reclusive ex-movie star and one of the most famous women in the world. Every year, she invites her closest friends to escape the English weather and spend Easter on her idyllic private Greek island. I tell you this because you may think you know the story. You probably read about it at the time. It caused a real stir in the tabloids, if you remember. It had all the necessary ingredients for a press sensation, a celebrity, a private island cut off by the wind, and a murder. We found ourselves trapped there overnight. Our old friendships concealed hatred and a desire for revenge. What followed was a game of cat and mouse, a battle of wits full of twists and turns, building to an unforgettable climax. The night ended in violence and death. But who am I? My name is Elliot Chase, and I'm going to tell you a story unlike any you've ever heard. Tell me, Elliot. Tell me the story. Tell me. All right. So, those are my books for a haul, but let me give you some bonus content. I finished Gone Girl. That was a journey. So I read this, I finished this last week-ish. It took me, so I just read it over 2 evenings. I finished this book in, like, total, I read probably 8 hours. I finished this book. If you've never seen, so I managed to go become this big age of 34 years old, never seeing the movie, never even knowing there was a book first. And ooh, this is a great write-up of someone with like narcissistic personality disorder. Wow, this is good. There were some things, the ending I didn't quite feel comfortable with, and this book has been around for a while, so I don't want to spoil too much, but the ending just wasn't as satisfying, and you'll know. But I also feel like the ending was good because it's not what you normally would see at the end of like a psych thriller, not a normal resolution. But it was a roller coaster because both narrators, you're reading this book from both of their point of view, and they're both unreliable for very different reasons. And so it's one of those things like you're like, wait a minute, like what is the truth? What is going on? And I disliked both characters, but I loved to read. It was a really well done, what's her name? Jillian. It was really good. Really good. I'll read the movie. I'll watch the movie at some point. But yeah, this was good. I rated it a 4 out of 5. I gave it a review. I rated it a 4 out of 5. Like I said, it wasn't a 5 out of 5. I rarely give books a 5 out of 5, but it wasn't a 5 out of 5 because the ending didn't quite satisfy me. But the book, the way it was written, the perspectives, the narrators, I loved following this story. So I gave it a 4 out of 5. That was good. So what am I reading now? I am halfway through, probably exactly halfway through How to Sell a Haunted House by Grady Hendrix. This is going to have all of my attention right now. I am actually traveling I'm leaving, what's today? In 3 days, I will be traveling. I'll be gone for the week, and so for work. And so on the plane, I got a layover, all these kind of things. So I want to try to finish this. I'm going to take it with me because I'm not finishing before I leave, I don't think. But I'm going to finish this, How to Sell a Haunted House. So I'm going to carry that with me, but I'm also going to carry The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. This is the next one that I'm probably going to read. Another recommendation from my friend. So this is not a psych thriller. This is a woman telling her story of 7 husbands. Sorry. It's 11:17, way past my bedtime. Yeah, so I'm going to read this. And then I'm also going to bring a couple short stories because they make me feel accomplished. I'm going to read The Gift by Frida McFadden as well as The Body by Stephen King. So I'm going to take these. Yeah, so I'll probably finish this one traveling in the airport the first day. It doesn't take me long. If I just read this, yeah, I'll finish this one up. This one's good so far. So this is over halfway through this. So this book, the woman, her parents die. Her parents die in an accident. I believe it was a car crash. And her brother are trying to work it out together. Brother kind of never left home. Golden child. She kind of went away independent, whatever. She has a daughter. Or she is, and she comes back home to kind of put the house back together so they can sell it, and so they can sell it, split their way, go about their business, go their ways, whatever. And then the realtor, I think the realtor's like her cousin. The realtor's like, I can't sell this house, and they're like, why? And it's like, it's haunted, and they creepy things are happening. The mom was like really into like puppets and like dolls. And so I'm at the point right now, they are aware, the brother and sister are aware that the house is haunted, and they're like, what are we going to do? And so they're trying to figure out some different rituals or things that they can do to figure this out. But things are about to get real. I know they're about to get real. Yeah, so I'm excited. And those, yeah, that's what we got going on. That's what's on deck. Yeah, you got a little mini review in there. Thanks for rocking with me. I have some exciting projects planned when I get back. I have some exciting projects. Got to start painting, so that's going to be, I think I'm going to record that. But I love you guys. Thanks so much for rocking with me on this channel. Please let me know if any of the books that I showed today in this haul, if you've read, how you feel about them, let me know. No spoilers, but let's keep the conversation going. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.